Welcome to the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, where life is hard. Yeah, it doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it? Thanks for checking in, folks. Now, I'm going to assume you guys already have a pretty thorough knowledge of the situation with the Warhammer Adventures thing. The news is already a couple of years old. But, just in case you aren't, basically, Games Workshop wants to appeal to a younger audience, and they are going to be doing that through specifically children's books. And a lot of the criticism, shall we say, revolves around the fact that if this was actually based off of 40K or the Age of Sigmar, all 6 of the protagonists would be killed, probably by the big blue space marines standing next to them. And now I've noticed a lot of people responding to this criticism by saying, oh, you are just gatekeeping. You're just trying to keep new people out of this hobby. And, honestly, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's an accurate representation of the people who are skeptical of this new venture. I think it's fair to say that everybody in the hobby, whether you like the video games of 40K, whether you like the board game, whether you like the lore, whether you just like seeing a bunch of Chaos Warriors fighting a bunch of Empire Warriors in Total War Warhammer, I think it's fair to say that everybody wants to see more people come to the hobby. And, so I don't see anybody gatekeeping. I don't see anybody sitting here and saying, oh, we don't want more younger kids. What I think a lot of people are saying is that they are skeptical that this Warhammer's Adventures isn't going to properly represent the actual lore in the actual genre of 40K and Age of Sigmar. Now, the reason why I say that people are concerned that this might misrepresent the universe rather than gatekeeping is because I think that most people are fairly rational. People are going to look at this and say, I'm willing to suspend my disbelief by X amount if it means that you want to kind of widen the audience and try to bring in a younger audience. These are the same sort of fans, people who are actually like the lore, who, went through Matt Ward, for instance. So an actual sort of biblical adherence to the lore, I don't think is what's causing most of this criticism. Now, some people have also been worried that this could be just the first step of some sort of SJW or diversity for diversity's sake sort of takeover of the 40K or the Warhammer universe. And I think it's a fair and neutral statement to say that stuff does happen. But I do not see that happening, so I will hold off from any further comment on that side of things. And, as much as we like to joke, the people at Games Workshop aren't idiots. Complete idiots. In fact, sometimes they're smart. Some of the time. Some of the time, they're sometimes smart. And so I think that Games Workshop has kind of noticed a trend. I think that early on in their company history, they were probably a lot more popular with the younger audience. Then something similar happened to comic books as well. They were a lot more popular with the younger audience. Now, Games Workshop has seen that as they have sort of grown as a company, they have lost the younger audience because that younger audience has grown up and still likes Warhammer and still plays it. And I think that they're trying to retake some of that. They're trying to get more of a younger audience in so that they can keep this steady flow of people interested in their product. Now, the tricky thing about this is that I think they are going about it the completely wrong way. I think they are going about it in a very designed by committee sort of fashion. And I think that's quite apparent through their design choices here. I think that they aren't doing this out of any sort of political motive. They are just going, okay, what's popular? All right, okay, look over there. Steven Universe is popular. My Little Pony is popular. Do that. Stay away from violence. Stay away from the grimdark just completely. Because, My Little Pony isn't grimdark. Steven Universe isn't grimdark. Give them a nice little, shall we say, diverse cast. Because Steven Universe is diverse and, that's popular. And I think that's a real shame. That's a real waste of potential. I don't think it's going to work. Let's be honest. Here's an idea, Games Workshop. This one is free. The reason why Steven Universe and My Little Pony are so popular isn't because of the kids. It's because of the adult population that watches them. You know, the kids, they're watching it for 3-4 years, and then they're moving on to the next popular thing. And your adult population, they're the ones who are actually going to watch it for 8 seasons, 9 seasons, 10 seasons, however long you run. And so that's why a lot of these cartoons end up pandering to their adult population that watches it, because they're the ones who are staying consistent. So this adult population is going to end up being your workhorse, your reliable horse that will always stick with you through thick and thin. And so, you know, I think a lot of these workhorse people just feel alienated by this concept that's just misrepresenting the universe that they know and love completely. And by doing that, you're going to damage your bottom line because you are alienating your workhorse, your longtime fans, your adult fans who would happily watch this, who would happily read it, who would happily consume it and give it to their kids. And, you know, that's going to hurt you even more because, let's be honest, a kid's not going to buy a $200 starter kit for the Skitari or something. Now let me give you guys just an alternative scenario. All right, all you longtime fans who feel like this is sort of misrepresenting the universe. Here's an alternative pitch for you, okay? All this stuff that they have, completely the same, right? The Games Workshop still has all the protagonists. They're all still heretics. Everything's still hunky-dory. Nothing bad happens in the grimdark universe that is 40K. But the entire thing has a veneer of imperial propaganda. You know, everything's completely over the top. Look how great the Imperium is. You know, look at how we can solve all of our problems and stuff through just being human and just being great. You know, like the Imperial Field Manual levels of, you know, just brainwashing propaganda. I think that would be a lot funner to watch. I think a lot more of the longtime fans would watch that as well because it fits nicely into the universe. It fits nicely as a kid-friendly sort of thing. And, you know, you can still do some fun stuff with it. It's still unique. It's still original. You know, I see companies do this all the time where they're like, oh, we are going to become the next Steven Universe. Well, the people who like Steven Universe, they already have a Steven Universe. It's called Steven Universe. And they're not going to come over and start reading your books or watching your show or buying your action figures just because you say that you're the next Steven Universe. You'll never be good enough for them. So I think with the direction that Warhammer Adventures is going, I think it's going to be a flop. That'll come as a surprise to no one. And, you know, but tell me what you guys think. Do you think I'm off base? Do you think I'm right on target? Do you think I'm, you know, completely wrong, completely right? Do you think I'm just not seeing something that you're seeing? You know, definitely let me know. Comment below. And, you know, stay tuned for the next episode here.